Hello, my friends. I believe I may have found a quiet spot for us to study a little bit of Ayurveda. This is Yoga 101 Class 6, and today I'd love to share with you the idea of Ayurveda of what causes dis-ease and how to, of course, create ease, to invite more ease into our life. So we followed the other two, which was misuse of the senses or awakening our senses, and also quieting the mind, which I spoke about our relationship with time and space. What is your relationship with time? Is it busy or is it spacious? And today I'll talk about the third cause of disease, according to Ayurveda, which is misuse of the intellect. So a little bit of a balance between the intellect and intuition. The intellect and intuition, they're kind of like two little beans on our shoulders. Which one are we going to listen to? And they're both important. However, we can misuse our state of mind due to old patterns and habits that have us going in one direction when we have a deep desire to actually go in another direction. Okay, so I've also rewritten my mantra that I've been sharing with you because I want to go on to the fourth cause of disease, which is kind of an overall pervading concept, which I'm going to share in the next class. So today we'll stick with these, and the mantra would be: awaken your senses, quiet your mind, allow for spaciousness, and connect with the divine. We'll talk about that one tomorrow. Today is about quieting the mind by being in right relationship with our intellect. And the way that I experience this is listening to that still small voice inside that is our intuition, and or making those decisions according to what we really know intellectually from our genius, what is right for us in the moment, versus having a little bit of an attachment to some behaviors that are familiar but do not know, that no longer serve us. So that would be having that extra piece of cake after you've had dessert, or forgetting to eat and missing meals, making a choice to overdo when you have an opportunity to ask for help. So we have these thinking that you have to do it all yourself. So our thought process, as you know, is what really makes us human. We have a lot of thoughts to contend with. I forget how many. I think there's like 20,000 different thoughts in a day. Well, not different thoughts, just thoughts, and then they keep repeating themselves over and over again, the same thoughts. So it's just something to work with. And our ego mind, the me mind, is really wanting to take care of us. And the ego really likes the familiar. It likes to stay close to what it knows and what is consistent, even if those consistencies are no longer what we desire. So it may be our relationship with what we eat, or how we sleep, when we sleep, the relationships we have in our life, those that we choose to be close to us, okay? And also maybe just the way that we exercise or we avoid exercising. So the ego wants to protect us, and it'll say things like, oh, you don't really have to go for that walk. Oh, you don't really have to get up and exercise. Let's just lay in bed a little longer, because I really like to lay in bed. That's one of my things. I love laying in bed in the morning. I love awakening and lounging, just letting my mind kind of be in that lucid dreaming state, and just thinking about what I might do that day, and listening to the sounds, just feeling the softness of my sheets. Anyone else like to lounge in bed? You know, and then I'm thinking, oh, I could get up right now. I could go for that walk. I could do that practice. I could get that workout in. And then before you know it, time has flown by. It's also about relationship to time. And then I cut off my time to be able to do those things before there's other responsibilities I have to take care of. So just consider what it is. What are those thoughts pervading your mind that may be dragging you away from your overall intention into the desires that you have for your current time in this day and age? What are you thinking about? It's also not listening to that voice of wisdom. And I have a great example of that today as I was packing up my bags after teaching yoga this morning. I put some of my stuff away for later, and then I have a little bag I carry around with me with all my essentials. Got it all taken care of. I'm walking out the door of the shala, and I'm thinking, it feels like I forgot something. But then my intellect goes in, no, you got it all. Everything's in that bag. You got everything in your bag. It's all cleaned up. Go ahead and go. So I go ahead, and I'm walking back to the lodge, and I'm walking through the jungle, and I come across this amazing line of leafcutter ants. They are out in force right now. I don't know, after the heavy rains, I think they must be gathering more food. And I'm like, wow, and they were sunlit. It was a perfect lighting on a tree with this army of ants carrying all their little leaves, and I wanted to take a photo. Well, guess what? I went to get in my bag that had everything. No phone was in my bag. So sure enough, I had to truck on back through the jungle, get back over to the yogashala, and there was my phone sitting on the floor right where I left it. And my intuitive mind knew, as I was walking out, I didn't even look back. I kind of looked back, but it was just sitting by itself on the floor, so I didn't see it. But there was just that aching feeling of there's something missing. And how many times have we done that? How many times have we walked away and thought, there's something I'm supposed to do, or there's something I'm forgetting. And then we just brush it off and think, nah, I got it together. So how about we practice together in the next few days? Let me know how it goes. Just really putting that small, quiet voice in the forefront of attention. And the one thing about the intuitive mind, the wisdom mind, is it is very patient. I like to think of mine as my inner guides, my inner goddess, my inner wise woman, and she's just waiting patiently for me to listen to her. And kind of, being entertained by how often I just go along with my ego and think I got it all together and I got this, don't worry. And I don't hear that small voice. Or if I hear it, I kind of just let it be back there somewhere. So I'm going to place that in the priority seat, and I've certainly been doing that a lot here. I'm really, really listening and paying attention and responding to those inner promptings. It's very interesting, and it's a challenge because I feel a little bit unsafe because what I'm being prompted to do are new ways of being, new ways of responding, new ways of feeling, new choices in the day. And so for the ego, that's a little unsettling, getting out of our known patterns. Fall is in the air. It's a great time to change patterns because our season is changing depending on where you live, right? In the north, it's a little more evident. Down here, it's rainy season, and at home in California, it's still kind of summery, but there's still that overall shift happening. Kids are going back to school. We know the fall season is coming. Fall is Vata season, ever-changing, winds come. And so it's this changing time. So notice what's changing in you. Notice what inner promptings are coming to the surface. Let me know what you find out. Like, what's your wise woman telling you today? How's she directing you? How's she guiding you? How is she encouraging you to take the steps to move in the direction of your true north? Let me know how that goes. And let's not misuse our intellect. Let us quiet the mind and listen to the heart, where wisdom lies. Yes, it's right here in the third eye too, but it's a direct connection to the heart. Open the mind, listen to the heart. I hope you love that lesson today. I'm going to play with it just as you are, and each and every day. Quiet down so I can hear that still small voice. And that's why these practices go together. Awaken your senses, so we're aware of our surroundings, how we're feeling inside and out. And then expanding spaciousness, so we have the time, we're taking the time to listen, quieting the mind, the busy mind, so we can hear that voice of wisdom and move forward on our true path. Enjoy. Let me know how it goes. Pura vida. Namaste.